It is time to pot up these two Philodendron White Princess cuttings. Let's pot up my two white Philodendron Princess cuttings. These are from the same plant. You can see it is well and truly ready to pot up. This was the very top cutting. And this was the middle section. This top cutting, the new foliage has continued to grow up and out of the top. You can see a new baby leaf here, and these two are also new. Whereas this middle section has grown a new shoot. There's a new shoot here. When I bought this plant, it did say it was a Philodendron White Prince on it, but you can see that there is pink on the stem, which means it is a princess. You can see the roots on both are quite long. I like to leave them until they're a few inches long with first and secondary roots. I find this really helps with the transfer process from hydro to a potting medium. I'm going to put these into an Aroid soil. Philodendrons are aroids after all, so let's do that. Now this bit is optional, but I am just going to stick them under the shower for a few seconds because they are a bit dusty from sitting on my shelf, and this is just a really easy way to clean the leaves before I put it into a potting medium. Much better. Now the foliage on my two cuttings are nice and clean, so let's get it into an Aroid mix. Alright, this is everything that we need. I have my grower's pot, my two cuttings which have rooted. I have my mesh round. I always put these in the bottom of my grower's pots. Just like that, and it stops any of the soil or potting medium falling straight out the bottom. This is quite big holes in this one. My little trowel, some gloves, I'm going to be handling some fertilizer, and I have my Aroid mix. I'm just going to put my gloves on, which is a good idea whenever you are handling any potting medium or especially any plant food. This is a nice and chunky Aroid mix. Should be enough. And I'm going to add in some of this Soil Microbe Booster. Enough. Just out of the way. So I already have my mesh in the bottom. I'm now going to fill my nursery pot up 3/4 of the way and then stick in my plant cuttings. So I have my soil almost to the top. Now I'm going to put my two cuttings in. Yes, and they will look good together. So I'm going to make a little bit of a well in the center. I'm going to put these two in the center and then put the rest of my Aroid mix around the sides. Okay, the moment of truth is to see if it stands up on its own, and then we'll know if I've planted it deep enough or not. Okay, perfect. It's looking so good already. So one of my biggest tips for a successful transfer from hydro to soil is to make sure that the potting medium is completely saturated, and I mean wet. You don't want any dry spots because the roots have been growing in water, so they could go into shock if you put them into a dry potting medium and don't water it straight away. So I'm gonna water it through and then let it sit in this bowl of water for about an hour. Don't need the gloves anymore. Doing this will also settle the potting medium, so you can see if you need to add any more or stake your plant as well. But she seems pretty good. So the plant is still absorbing the water. Once it's finished, I will let it drain off a little, and then I'm going to pop it in this cute ceramic planter. And I think it'll look great. Okay, that should do it. Of course, Marvin's coming over. He's had a haircut. Thank you. Good boy. Okay, oops. Definitely saturated now. Set the excess drip and pop her in. Perfect. So there you have it, transferring 2 Philodendron White Princess rooted cuttings from hydro to an Aroid potting mix. Because I planted the two together, this should be a beautiful full plant in no time. And by no time, I mean 3 to 6 months. And now I'm going to pop it right here on my plant stand. There are floor to ceiling windows right here, so it should get plenty of sunlight and grow big and beautiful, just like my other plants here. Also on this plant stand is one of my other mixed planters. If you subscribe to me, which you really should, then you probably saw when I planted this one as well. Also all made from Propagations. It's growing so well. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. We have Monstera siltepecana, Pothos, Philodendron Brazil, and also Scindapsus. It is filling out beautifully. Who doesn't love a mixed planter? Now the cleanup. Oh yeah. Little mesh round. I always put these in the bottom of my nursery pots as it stops the